What's going on, guys? Nolly the Gnome here, and I wanted to share my thoughts on the newest and final hero added to Overwatch 1, Echo. I think the biggest question that people would ask about a new character is where does this character fit into the roster? And based on what I've played, what I've seen on the PTR, what I've watched the pros play through Twitch, she seems to really excel as a flanker. The fact that she can get away really quickly like a Genji could, or even a Moira, I guess. A lot of Moira's flank. Means that she could really distract, almost like a Tracer would as well. She could get in there, she could fly out. The fly has a very short cooldown, hopefully that won't get nerfed. It works because, realistically, a lot of people don't have great aim. Their tracking's not great. So you could make some space for your team. If you're doing Hanamura, for example, you could fly over the gate, break that choke, get on the point. They'd have to turn around, which would give your team a little bit of leverage to sort of push through that choke point, similar to how a Tracer or Symmetra would do it with the teleporter. It's hard to tell how much carry potential she has, just because I haven't seen enough of her yet. Whenever the pros play any of the characters, of course they're going to be able to carry. They're exceptionally incredible at every hero. But for the average individual, I think she may have a little bit of carry potential just because she can get in and out of a situation so easily. Doomfist obviously has carry potential because he one-shots things. Widow can have carry potential because she can shut down most of the team with good enough aim. It's hard to tell with her because the problem is once you use all of your cooldowns, you're sort of useless until some of them come back up. Now, once you get into a rotation where you're sort of using one and then waiting a little bit using another, so you're constantly cycling through them. So as one's up, another one is coming down, and just constantly you're always having one ability up. That should hopefully deter the enemy from getting in your face. Now, it's not going to stop a Reaper or someone that's confident in their character, but it gives you a little bit more leeway if you can sort of figure out the rhythm in order to, because she has so many abilities, if you can figure out a rhythm to keep all of her abilities up at one point or another, so you're sort of cycling through them. That means not mashing them all at the same time, because if you mash them all at the same time and you have nothing, you're going to be screwed. You can't fly away, you can't attack to get them out of your face, they're just going to nuke you. So there is a bit of a rhythm that you need to learn to excel with her, but I think once people start figuring out how you can apply her abilities to the maps, she may have pretty good carry potential, just because with the flying, as well as some of her abilities, like the laser beam, that does quite a bit of damage. I noticed she has a fairly quick reload time, and she has quite a bit of bullets, so I like that. I believe they're projectiles from what I've played so far, so I think if you were to compare her, what hero skills would transfer over from previous heroes to Echo? I think Symmetra for the tracking, Zarya for the tracking, Pharah for the projectiles and the flying. She's sort of a combination of the two. And then comes her ultimate, which copies every other hero. So if you suck at having aim and you copy Reaper, you're still going to suck, with her ultimate. So she really is a character that someone that's well balanced in all the characters would excel at. Because a big portion of her ultimate is being able to shut down the enemy team or keep your team alive. If you copy an Ana or a Mercy or something, you could heal your team and prevent them from wiping. There's a lot of strategy involved in a character like this, and she's almost as much of a utility hero like Sombra as she is a DPS character. If I had to classify her into a meta, would she work with goats or dive? Where would she work? I think dive she would excel at because she could fly in or fly out. She can get in somewhere really quick. She could just jump on specific targets because she's not like a Brigitte who has to walk over and get smacked the whole way there. She could completely skip everybody, fly right over to the healer where the Winston's jumping, where the Genji's jumping, and just nuke it. And then fly out if she's quick enough. So once you get the hang of her flying mechanic, and your aim is, you're more confident in your aim, you should be able to dive with the rest of your team and potentially even fly out. The beauty of this character is like a Pharah, I guess. If you're good enough, you can shoot from quite far away, so you could put a lot of pressure on the back line without them really hitting you, so as long as they don't have a hit scan. Because my next question would say who counters her, and I would say hit scans, absolutely. Like Pharah, Moira would counter her as well. Moira with the orbs and the right click would target her, assuming she's not too high. Her flying doesn't last for that long, so the main reason to use the flying, besides trying to flank or get to the point to break the choke, is to get out of there. Because I think 9 times out of 10, it's wise to use that flying to get out of a sticky situation, because it will keep you alive and it is really strong. Assuming it doesn't get nerfed, I think it's going to be one of her most useful mechanics. As nice as the damage is and everything else, the flying mechanic is so good for staying alive and getting out of a Reaper ult is a perfect example. It's huge. The amount of times you can get out of a grab or Reaper ult, it could save your team from a wipe, which is huge. Overall, I think the hero is really strong. I don't think she has the carry potential of some other heroes that would really excel at carrying a team, but she is sort of a jack of all trades and a master of none. So she offers a lot of utility. She offers the ability to flank, to dive, to get on the point before other people. She can get away from ults really easily, but she doesn't excel at any of those things. So if you're looking for a well-balanced, well-rounded character, Echo's great. But if you're looking to excel at like carrying the team and you play Widowmaker well, Widowmaker will do a much better job at carrying, or Doomfist will do a much better job at carrying because he can get in there, kill 2 or 3 people, get out, and survive. She can too, but her damage doesn't seem as high as Doomfist's, but that comes at the cost of flying. So there is a balance. I think she will be popular because she's new, but I think as the meta sort of evens out and she's been out for a few months, I think she won't be the first pick. I think she'll work for niche people. Like a lot of people still play Genji and stuff. We don't see Genji as much anymore. I just think that the newness, once that wears off, people won't be as inclined to pick her as often, but the people that play her will be diehards because she does have a lot of utility to offer, but a lot of the people just stick to their comfort picks, which are, Reapers and Doomfists. So, I mean, time will tell, but I think she's fun. Like, from an arcade perspective, from a non-competitive perspective, it's going to be a lot of fun. She has a lot of utility. She's a lot of fun. You can make a lot of fun plays with her. When you get to pick Reinhardt and you start swinging away at the team and get 2 shatters in before your ult ends, that's fun. Like, this character, I think, was made first and foremost for arcade more than competitive. That's not to say that Overwatch League isn't going to be nuts with her, because Overwatch League will be crazy when people, like Sinatra are playing her, who have impeccable aim, who don't miss, who can't miss. Of course, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. But for the majority of people that are in gold or bronze, it'll be a fun character, but you may not add as much value as you could playing your comfort pick. Now, I could be wrong. Time will tell. She's very new. I'd love to know your thoughts. You could let me know in the comments how wrong I am and how stupid this whole video was. I would love to know what you think, because I haven't had a whole lot of time to play with her. I'm going to play with her some more, see what more I can learn. But I really enjoy her. Thank you for watching, and Nolly the Gnome out.